Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown. Man, it doesn't get better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day, or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds his tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. That was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. Off he goes. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with the target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop, and still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look at it.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Godet. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. Wide out in motion. Hands it off. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. chasing for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Ducks are in the hurry up. Rides to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for it all. And he's got it at the tag. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here come the Irish, back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loses 4. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 14, Notre Dame 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
A low line drive and not his best work. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Power football with the run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll run the option. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the deep shot is complete inside. inside the 35-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame lines up quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Unloads it left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
The defense were always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're trying to get to him. Got his man in the middle. At the 20, he's got space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy. Maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. And they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. They'll go to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Going with the ground game left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads it downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll throw it on first down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They move the tight end all over. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. Wants to pass. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Here come the Irish back on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Notre Dame right back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Can they catch him? He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the run, fires downfield. On target over the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oregon.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. A 1st down run on the doorstep. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Bulldozes his way through. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Keeps the legs moving.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Dances away from the heat. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find the man.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He makes the catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll try the left side. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the returner will be brought down. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. They feed him again. Smashes through. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback checking the play. They'll try to get it through the air. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. And that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll ride the hot hand. Plows through the defense. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. A first down for the offense. Goes to the option. Bringing the heat. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Quarterback gets the first down. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Notre Dame, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires one high and deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's up to 107 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Right back to the well. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They've got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's got room. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 35, Notre Dame 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
42 Spider, go!
He's looking to throw. Chunked it away just as he was hit. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they have lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They keep attacking through the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. You can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on it.
kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 11, set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll leave it with him. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
At midfield, he's got room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense set for a 1st down play. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, looking for a man. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You've got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive work.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. That's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
On the option. Pulls his way forward. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option. They're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Makes a connection. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The option look. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. They'd
love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On third down, going up top. He caught it. Touchdown, Oregon. And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Western Kentucky was far from the friendly confines of Bowling Green, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, and whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On second down, he'll fire. Slings it. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown Ducks! And the pummeling has started. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He'll set up to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
They're bringing heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. One more play to pad the stats. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Dumps it to the back. This time he's got him. At the 35, he's open. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such